Ching bing bong, the Chinese chicken. Is that a race? Is that a problematic song?
Is it Crazy Frog singing? It's bare naked ladies in the style of Crazy Frog.
I'm wearing a hat
With another hat.
with another hat on it.
And I'm also wearing one of Nick's shirts.
It's wearing one of my shirts. And we switched places. That's the only
updates.
thing. That's the only thing really that I can think of that might be different. So yeah. Welcome to episode 35. I'm so far back from the mic. I'm so excited to eat this.
Also, welcome to 2021, everybody. And our new location.
I moved. I've since moved. The last episode was the last episode in my old apartment. And this is the first episode in the new apartment.
It was an ending of an era.
And now we're here. And, you know, might make some additional changes in the coming month, weeks, what have you. Because we're not currently sitting at a bar right now. We're like, these are my cabinets. So I'm about 2 feet away from my plate currently and the mic. So I might have to either lean. I don't know if I want to lean. I don't want you guys want to see me like my animalistic, like
As you just like shove it into your mouth.
or if, you know, I've sacrificed mobility for
See, I'm
the
gonna
sake of the camera.
I'm
lean?
gonna lean into it.
I might fucking lean.
Both literally and metaphorically. Oh, dude. So happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Nicholas.
Thank you. Happy New Year, Brian.
Welcome everybody to episode 35, as Nick said,
Yes.
of the Lunchtime Serenade podcast. We have breakfast burritos from Sunny and what's the name of the place?
You know?
Get it.
Let's pull up. Shit. They're greasy.
fine.
Pull up the receipt.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
It's called Sunny. Well, hold on. And Fines. Sunny and Fines. And I dare say the eggs are sunny side up and the burritos are fine.
Well,
And they're not bad, you know? A little cold. But the flavor's good. They could be spicier. You know, I thought they'd put like some salsa or
Yeah.
some salsa.
well, you can add salsa. That was like one of the options was to like add it. So I was like, do I want salsa? And I was like, maybe I'll just eat it as like a normal breakfast burrito. So I did that.
Gotcha.
And now I wish I would have gone salsa.
Yeah.
wish
Salsa
I
is
had
always the move with eggs, you know?
Oh.
Eggs by themselves are just like fluffy. You know?
No. If you're gonna use scrambled eggs in something, there has to be something more to
There
that.
has to. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just an egg. It's just boring. But overall, pretty damn good.
It's fire.
Yeah.
I'd definitely give it like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Extra 2 points would come from spice.
Yep.
I think.
Which, you know, if we just order it like that next time, maybe that'll work.
Yeah, that's true. I dig it. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to these breakfast burritos at all. It's really hard to fuck up a breakfast burrito.
It's true.
You know?
Yeah. It's literally like 4 things, and you just kind of throw them together.
Eggs,
in a pan.
bacon, potatoes.
Yeah.
It's really just sear them. You can even burn them a little bit. It still tastes fine.
And the tortilla just kind of covers up a bunch of the other stuff. So
Mine,
you're
for
good.
some reason, came with a slab of cheese on top, which I didn't order. I don't really know.
It's just like a slab of American cheese.
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah,
like
they're
you can
just
see
like,
the
this is
square.
fine. You can see where
It
Kraft
wasn't
was
like shredded cheese. It
Yeah.
was just straight up a block of cheese.
You can see where Kraft was just like, this is a single right here. This one is.
This poor sack of shit.
Single cheese for a single man. They're like, damn, okay.
I'm like, all right, I get it.
But anyways, we're here in a new year. A lot of shit has already fucking happened over the
my
course
God.
of like 2 weeks.
What a busy 2 weeks.
So, hey, let's all hang out, have a nice little time, and eat some fucking food.
Yeah. Grab your snacks. Grab your jewels. I don't know. What do people do when they listen to shit?
Grab your animals,
Grab your Danimals.
your headphones.
Kick back. Steal your mom's credit card and give me the last 3 numbers on the back.
Give me that CVC, baby.
I want it. CVV, CVC. There's so many names for it. I don't know why. What does it stand for?
I don't either. I have no idea. It's like credit
The only word I can come up
validation.
with, too.
Credit validation
I believe that.
controller? No. What's a word
Because
for
I've also
numbers?
just heard
that
it called
starts with a C?
CV.
See, I heard that as like a resume. You know?
I heard that too.
But is it like a CV, like a longer resume? It's like 2 pages or some shit like that.
Yeah. It's like a all your experience.
Dude, I already don't want to look at people's resumes. Do you think I want to look at 2 pages of a resume? Hell no. Oh my god.
Get it? Stroke your own dick a little more, why don't you? It's insane. Like, yeah, cool. You're an adult. But yeah, I think I don't know. I guess I could look it up. Hey Siri, what does CV stand for?
It's gonna pull up the thing for resumes,
Probably.
1 moment.
Oh, you know what it stands for in resume? It's like curriculum vitae or something.
Account of a person's education, qualifications, and previous
Cardiovascular. It stands for cardiovascular. Give us a cardiovascular credit card.
and just rip like their heart out and hands it to you. It's got 3 numbers on it. That's where they hide it on the back of their heart. It could work.
I'm in a new place, and with that, I know we're leaving behind, a chapter in my life, and a new one is beginning. However, I think there are some common threads because I've still had some fucking issues with the moving and the maintenance company. I can't escape, dude. I literally can't escape.
Wait, what happened?
All right.
I feel like, okay, first of all, I feel like you don't live in a place like this without the management being incompetent. You know? Mm-hmm. Every person that like lives in like a really nice place, like apartment complex, their management is just like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
They don't fucking know anything.
Yeah.
They don't. I love you guys. I mean, thanks for giving me the tour, I guess, and accepting my application. But hey, there's some things you could work out.
Stop fucking me.
So I was one of the first, if not the first person to move into this building, right? And so they didn't have the infrastructure really set up for things. I'm like kind of their guinea pig at this point. So I move in.
They're like, if we piss this guy off, then we'll rework some stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, he seems, manageable enough. He's not influencer-y enough to where he'd snap and call, the fucking cops or something like that.
He's not gonna call like my boss.
Yeah, exactly. He's not gonna have his dad call my dad.
Yeah.
Type of shit.
It's not gonna be on like a fucking video in the next morning.
Exposed. I'm not gonna get canceled or anything like that for not giving this guy his fucking hot water. So,
whoa.
Dude. So the first day, I've been moving boxes all day. Like I got the key at like 8 a.m. I'm moving boxes. I get a U-Haul. It's basically just me. I did all this by myself except the couch and like some of the other and the bed and stuff. So I'm like moving shit in.
Did like your old roommates help you with that?
Oh, no, dude.
I was gonna say, I was like, you never talked to them at all.
Not. I don't fucking. I don't even think they know that I've moved out yet. Truly, I think they think I'm still there. Probably.
They're like, hey Nick, well, the room's just like empty. Where are you?
Oh, he must be at the grocery store. Must be at work getting cigarettes. My dad did the same thing. So.
Oh, he's just going to pick up those hard drives. It'll be fine.
So I get in, moving all day. I'm like, I just want to take a shower. At this point, it's like 11 p.m. I've been doing this shit for like 13, 14 hours. And I turn on the water. I'm like, it's like frigid. I'm like, all right.
Just give it some time to warm up.
Yeah, give it some time. It's got to come through all the pipes. So I'm like, all right.
It's got to build up the water.
I have the water running for 25 minutes. And it was still freezing cold. And I'm like, I'm just wasting water at this point. This is bullshit. So I'm like, fuck it. I take the coldest, shortest shower of my entire life. It was so unpleasant. I'd been moving all day. I just wanted to be warm and just in my bed. And so the next day I go downstairs. I'm like, hey man, what's the deal with the hot water? He's like, how long did you run it for? I was like, 30 minutes. And he said, oh, that's kind of a long time. And I said, yeah, well.
Kind of a long time? Homie, that's like 4 showers.
He's like, it just might take a while for the water to run up the pipes. I'm like, I'm not on the 52nd floor, dude. I'm on floor number 4. All right, out of 5. That's it. So he's like, all right.
It's LA. They won't let you make a building bigger than this.
We'll get to the bottom of it. I'm like, all right, please do, because I need to take a shower. So
I'm stinky as shit.
So he's like, I'll hit you up soon. I was like, okay. So I try running the water again just to make sure I'm not like a fucking idiot. And I'm like, no, it's good.
You just didn't push it over.
Yeah, I have it on cold instead of hot. Yeah. It's backwards. So he comes up like 20 minutes later. He's like, try it now. And I tried it and I was like, oh, yeah, it got hot within like 4 minutes.
Now, is this a maintenance guy that came up, or
No,
just
this
like
is
the
just,
leasing guy?
This is the community manager is what they call him. Yeah, he's like an on-site, like kind of catch-all problem dude. Really nice guy, super nice guy. He just doesn't have the help he needs. Like
he's one dude trying to do all this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, it works. I was like, what'd you need to do? He's like, well, there was like the boiler wasn't on. I was like, isn't that illegal? He's like, I think we were just waiting until people moved in. I was like, I moved in yesterday. So then he's like, all right, yeah, no, we're good now. I just had to go turn that on, and then I ran the sink directly 2 floors under you, and then that got hot, and then I came up to the 3rd floor and I ran that, and now you should be good. And now I'm gonna go up to the 5th floor.
That's good on him for like doing that much checking. So that's nice.
Mm-hmm. So that got sorted, and now there's more people in the building, so the hot water is usually pretty accessible.
Usually.
But then I had my internet coming on Saturday. So as soon as he leaves, the internet guy is like, hey, I'm here. Comes up to the room, sets everything up, and then he's like, hey, we need a key for the fiber room, or for like the utility room. And I'm like, okay, there should be like a utility room on this floor. He's like, no, I need like the main one in the garage. I'm like, fuck, okay. So I go get the community manager, and you know they're gone together for a long time. Dude comes back up. He's like, hey, they don't have the key. And I was like, what do you mean they don't have the key?
It's their building.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to reschedule for Tuesday. And I'm like, oh my
dude.
God. Like, I don't have internet. I like have 1 bar of service here. The service is so bad. I don't know why. This street is just like a service trap. So he leaves, and I tell the guy, I'm like, hey, can we get the key? And he's like, actually, the guy who has the key has COVID. And I was like...
So the key has COVID?
Yeah, I was like, so what can we do? Can you make a new one?
Can you, like, kick it open?
I was like, can you get it?
Can you pick it?
Yeah, can we do something? I can't wait 2 weeks to have internet, dude.
Right.
I'm losing out on, like, days of work. He's like, all right, we'll see what we can do. So he gets it on Monday. He manages to get it on Monday, which is great. Internet guy comes back, sets it up. Like, he leaves. Everything's good to go. I'm like, fuck yeah. I plug in my computer to the Ethernet, right? I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I have internet. I'm like, but I'm only getting like 80 megabits down. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, I pay for gigabit internet. And then after that test completes, I'm like, whatever, it's fine for now. I'll call him in the morning. I hop on Discord, about to play a game, and then all of a sudden it just lags, and then it says no internet. And I'm like, what? Why no internet? So I tried this Ethernet port. Same shit happened. It was on for like 2 minutes, still getting 80 down, and then it shut off. And I'm like,
weird.
God. So I text the guy direct, like first thing in the morning. I was like, hey man, I don't know what to tell you, but like, I don't think the Ethernet works. The Wi-Fi's fine. Ethernet's fucked. And he's like, all right, I'll come back. He's like, I can fit you in my schedule. Super nice guy. I feel bad for bothering him, but you know, he was great. He was helpful. He comes back, but not till like 5 p.m. And he's like, oh yeah, the Ethernet, like it's shorting out. Like, you know, the connection's not there. So he like rebuilt the connection in there. He's like, all right, you should be good to go. And I'm like, okay, cool. Should we test it on that one? He's like, if it works on that one, it works on that one. I was like, can we test it on that one? He's like, all right, we can test it. He's like, oh, good thing we tested that one. That one's shorting out too. I'm like, oh. So he rebuilds that connection.
Holy shit.
And now we're good to go. That's that, right? So that's the internet.
That sounds like the infrastructure when this place was built.
Yeah.
Did not set up the Ethernet cables correctly.
Yeah, I think so. They're
Yikes, dude.
They're like, hot people in this building, they're not going to use the internet.
Man, they just need Wi-Fi.
This building's too expensive for people to have PCs. No way.
Everybody here uses Macs.
This is not a gamer building. So,
this ain't no gamer building.
Yeah, this ain't no gamer building. Do you see your mom up there? Nah, bitch. So
you making pizza rolls? No, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out. Oh. That got solved. But then... So then, like, Tuesday night, or this was like Wednesday. So Wednesday, it's all fixed. And then Wednesday afternoon, I'm like, because we have a fob for the door. But there's also like a keypad. So I'm like, I should be able to like enter my own key thing in, right? So I'm like, they didn't give me a key code. So I'm like, you know what? I think I can. I feel like such a fucking idiot. This is the main issue. So I'm like,
this is my favorite.
I can't I'm like, I gotta have a key code, right? So I like look at the owner's manual for that lock, and it says there's a master code, but if you don't know the master code, you can like reset it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I can reset it and set my own thing. So I took apart the entire door handle.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, kind of fucked up that they're just like, you can just reset it and make whatever you want, because somebody could just walk by and just.
No, I had to literally unscrew that entire thing. I took both sides of the door off.
Got it. That makes sense.
And I like reach under. There's like a tiny little hole that I can reach under and like press the button.
We love tiny.
So
little
I do
holes.
it, right? And then I'm like, okay, we should be good to go. This whole thing, it took so long because I couldn't figure out what the fuck I was doing. And I like try to press the buttons. I'm like, and it's like, all right, press this button now to set your code. Press it, nothing works. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, that was for nothing. I'm like, whatever. Put the key back in, or I put everything back in. I screw it all together. We're good to go. So then that evening, I go to pick up some food. All right, close my door, lock it, go get some food. It's late. It's like maybe 9.
And you brought your key with you, though.
I brought my key with me.
Okay.
I brought my key.
So you still have like a backup. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, but I couldn't set the code. That it ended up I like wasn't able to set the code.
Oh, okay.
Like, so I had the key, but it just kept beeping, and I'm like, fuck it, whatever. I just wasted 2 hours. I go. It's like 10 p.m. I come back, and I scan my key, and it just goes dinner, and I'm like, what the fuck? Dinner. I'm like, there's no way. I'm a fucking idiot, and I didn't realize by resetting the whole thing, I also reset the fob. So I'm like, oh my fucking God, I cannot tell anyone that I fucked with the door. I cannot tell them. So I call after hours maintenance, and they're like, I was like, hey, I'm locked out. They're like, we can only assist with lockouts during business hours. I'm like, that defeats the entire
that's
purpose.
fucking weird.
Like,
what?
That's so weird. They're like, we have to call the community manager. He doesn't live here yet. He's still, figuring shit out, getting people moved in. Mm-hmm. So we have to call him, and I'm like, okay, yeah, just let me know. So they call him, and luckily he was still on site because he has a lot of shit to do. So he was still down in the leasing office. So he comes up and he's like, don't worry, man, I've got the master key. It's super weird that it wasn't working. I was like, yeah, it's super, super weird that it wasn't working. I don't know why. So he gets his master key.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Doesn't work.
Oh.
Because I reset the entire fucking lock for everything. And he's like, no, my master key should definitely work. He tries it on the building across the door across from me. It works. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what could be happening. Like, that's super weird. Shit. I mean, like, how do I get into my apartment? And he's like, we have a physical key. And I was like, okay, cool. So he goes down.
There's not a physical like key lock, like keyhole on that?
There is. There's a physical
okay.
keyhole.
Got it.
I don't have one. He said there is one master physical key, but they didn't give residents physical keys.
Damn, that's some future shit.
Yeah, I know, right? Where they're like, fuck hardware, dude. You don't need it. It's all software. You don't need that
Dude,
shit.
this thing goes down, you're fucked.
Yeah,
but,
I know, but
it's
like,
cool.
There's no backup whatsoever, but like, it's fine because it's never gonna go down unless you fuck with it. But you're not gonna fuck with it, right? No, I never fuck with it. So he goes back downstairs. He gets the regular key. He opens it, and he's like, "Can we just like test some shit out?" Yeah. So I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So we're like testing shit out. It'll lock. So the way you lock it is you just put your hand in front of it. It locks, but then it won't unlock with anything. And so I'm like, fuck, man. He's like, can I just have your fob? I'm going to go figure some shit out. I'm like, okay, cool. So I close the door, and I'm just like watching TV, eating my food. He comes back up, and I hear like in the next hour, he came back up maybe 6 times. And I knew he came back up because he didn't want to bother me, which I felt really bad about. But
so you're like sitting at your desk,
I'm like
working,
just like
and you're like,
yeah, I heard that like, periodically every like 10 minutes I would hear, and I'm like, oh my God, he's trying so hard. He came back 6 times within the hour. And then, finally he knocks on my door. It's like almost midnight at this point.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was like a 2-hour ordeal. He knocks on my door. He's like, hey man, I'm really sorry. Like, I'm so sorry this is happening. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it, dude. I'm sure it's just a weird bug.
And you just like haven't admitted anything.
I'm not gonna fucking say it. I'm like, I just made this dude work for 2 extra hours on shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything.
Hey man, he gets overtime for that.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's true. So I'm like, it's fine. Whatever. He's like, so you're just not gonna be able to lock your door until we get someone else in here. I'm like, he said we're gonna have to probably replace this whole lock. And I was like, oh wow, that sounds expensive. I'm sorry. He's like, it's fine. He's like, totally not your fault. I was like, thank you.
It is.
You're
but
right.
Thank you.
You're right. It's not my fault. And so he's like, yeah, whatever, have a good night. If you leave, just don't lock the door. You're fine. You need a key to get up in the elevator. Usually, after hours, you need a key to get up in the elevator. You always need a key for downstairs. You'll be fine. I'm like, yeah, I don't think, there's like no one else who lives here. I think I'll be fine. So then the next day, they just walk in. I hadn't locked it because I couldn't. I guess I could when I was in here, but I'm just like, I'm working. And I'm working on like some actually kind of embarrassing song for someone, some like a really embarrassing contract. And they just walk right into my apartment.
And you're just like...
And I turn around and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's fine.
You're just watching like hard, like you have like 4 different screens of just...
I've just like got my dick in my hand. And like, I got my VR goggles on. I'm like, yeah, Stacy, yes.
Wait,
yes.
have you seen, there's like a video of like somebody playing like VR and they're like supposed to be like playing like a VR porn thing and they like don't put the headphones in and it's like in a public library. So it just starts like playing like loud like hentai sounds and shit. And it's like, it's a joke obviously because they're filming it, but it's just like you watch like these girls like... And that's like what that feels like.
Oh my God, that would have been so fun. I'm just sitting there with my fucking sex doll on my lap and like my fucking HTC, like whole thing set up.
You got the Four Loko fleshlight.
Yeah.
You're just like going for it, dude.
My hands are like this. They come in the room. Oh shit, sorry.
You're like, oh, what's up, guys? What's good?
Oh, what's good? I was changing light bulbs in VR. Don't worry about it. No, I'm doing homemade. I'm practicing. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was.
I developed this thing that lets you in virtual reality design homes.
Yeah, you don't get that. You ever get those ads on games that's like homescapes, and you're like, help the guy choose a new rug. That's that. But I'm the developer of that, just in VR.
Why are you naked?
Don't worry. Hey,
well, I like to be like free when I'm like testing things.
Yeah,
like
I don't like elastic squeezing on my ass.
Yeah, we like to feel like the whole like range of motion. Okay, but like, can you like put some underwear on right now? Oh yeah, for sure.
My bad, bro. I got you.
Walks back out, underwear's on like your arm, and they're just like,
so
they completely fuck with them.
They come in, they're like, I think we're gonna have to replace this entire thing. And I was like, okay, sounds good. They're like, first, can we just have your fobs? So they do the whole rigmarole where they're trying my fob, they're trying their fobs. And they get on the phone with like the guy who like installed all the locks, and they're like, hey man, they're like, hey, this is happening. He's like, you just need to put in the master code. And then just reset it with the fob. And they're like, really? Yeah. He's like, okay. So he hangs up. He asks the guy, what's the master code? The building guy. What's the master code? I don't know. He's like, you're the building manager. He's like, I don't know it. Calls the guy back. They have to call like 30 other people to get the fucking code. They finally get it. They put my key fob on. Boop. It works.
How is that not like a piece of information that is known?
Man.
What the fuck, dude?
From the moment they got the code to it working again, it was maybe 2 minutes. But from the moment of the door not working and then it working again was almost 24 hours.
You know what's really funny about all of these like stories with you is that they're always like a very minor thing that just like spirals out of control.
It really does.
It's so funny. It's not like, oh, like my ceiling caved in or like, oh, like a pipe burst. It's just like, I can't get in my door
because of something I did.
And then like you call them and then they just have no fucking clue what to do.
It's so funny.
It's so weird.
It's so good.
Like, you think that people would have like some kind of like thing in place to like fix those things, and then it's also like you sit back and you're just like, oh, my key fob doesn't work on my brand new apartment, and then you're like, I'm an asshole, but then it's also like, but I do live here and I need to be in there. Oh, dude, that's so funny. Holy shit. Hilarious. You poor soul. You're doing great, man. You got in. It works.
It works.
Okay.
I can lock my door now.
Nobody knows that you're at fault. It's okay. It's great.
No one. And I just pray that they don't watch this. Sean, if you're watching, I gotcha. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is what we do on the podcast. We joke.
We make jokes and
we make up very elaborate scenarios that are not true.
Yep. And then we riff on them for like 20 minutes.
Yes. So Sean, if you're watching, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's your building's fault and not my fault.
Yeah. The thing doesn't do like its thing. Well, I mean, it does now, but like
it didn't.
It didn't.
And it wasn't because of me.
Yeah. Probably.
So that's it follows me They follow me around. Who knows what the next thing will be?
Dude,
I don't know.
You know how like back in the day there were like gods devoted to everything. This is like some
like way back in the day.
This is like Loki shit, but it's like Loki like made something else. And then was like, all right, you go fuck with him.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
so it's all like minor inconveniences.
Poltergeist type shit, man. They're fucking with me.
so funny. Dude,
Yeah.
if I was a poltergeist, if I was dead and had the ability, I would do things that were just like to just mildly inconvenience people.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
And,
who
like-
did I piss off that is now dead?
Yeah.
My grandma?
Could you imagine? Your grandma's so
My
mad at you
grandma's
that she just slightly unplugs all of your lamps. Like that's just like what she does in like death. She takes your salt shaker and your pepper shaker and pours them into each other and like sets them down.
Just
like that's what she
tiny
does.
little things.
Yeah.
She's like been fucking with me since I was, what, 8?
You like all she does is just slightly gaslight you. She just like turns on like your fucking blender or some stuff. You don't have a blender, but imagine you have a blender for the scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like all that stuff. It like nibbles on your plants.
Yeah, that was a full leaf before. Grandma!
Grandma Ortega.
It's actually on my mom's side. Grandma Whitney.
Grandma Whittenbrink. What I love how vastly different both of those names are. You have like one of the most German kind of Austrian.
Whittenbrink, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have Ortega. That's
Yeah.
dude.
Just two completely different parts of the
America's a mixing pot, baby.
world. It is, man. We fondue up in his bitch, and I'm the bread. My parents made some fondue, some mixed race fondue, and poured it all over me.
Like when you buy mixed rice, but it's just mixed rice. And then you
Wild race.
you pour it out, you throw it in a pan, and it just like creates a baby.
Oh my god.
Like that's just how that happens.
Steam it. You put it on low heat for 9 months, and you pull it out, and a baby comes out.
You have to like slice up like a jalapeno and throw it in there, and then mix it a little bit, and bam, you've got like a little bit of you. That's like how that works.
Starts crying. Oh my
Could you
god.
imagine like fucking you're just making food, and then all of a sudden it starts crying.
Whoa! What the fuck?
And then you just like fling it out the window. You're like, no. You're sitting over there. You're going in the garbage disposal.
Oh, crying food, dude. It's like a salad. It's not even anything that used to be alive. It's like a piece of arugula.
It's a fucking Cabbage Patch Kid. Like you just
You're putting ranch on it, and you're like waterboarding the fucking arugula.
I don't know where the codes are.
I don't know the doormaster code, please.
Please just let me go. I just want to go to bed. You're a salad, dude.
Put me back in the fridge. It's hot.
What a fucking time.
Jesus, man.
Jesus. Well, hey, burritos were good. We
Burritos
finished
are
them.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Pretty good. Some
I'd
Larry
probably
David
give
right
it
there.
like a like an 8.25, maybe an 8.5.
Wow. That's pretty
good.
generous. I think I'd give it the same thing.
Here's the thing about a burrito. It has to contain everything, right?
That's a fact.
That's like the problem. Like every time I eat a burrito and it falls apart, that's when it's not a good burrito.
That
This-
shit stayed together, dude.
everything was
Yeah.
good.
Even after like being out for a
Yeah.
long time and like having the juices soak
Yeah.
in and shit. You know what it was? I think it was my piece of cheese that held it together. It's like the glue.
Dude, that's like the brick and mortar.
Yeah. that's
The
what it
brick is the burrito, the mortar is the cheese. You just take another burrito and put it on top of it. Boom, you have a little burrito
Is
wall.
it one burrito now or is it 2 burritos? Well, that really only works with like lasagna, I guess.
Yeah,
If you stack 2 lasagnas, is it 2 lasagnas or is it 1 lasagna?
I think it's just one lasagna.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like the whole like geese thing.
Geese
No,
thing.
moose thing. Moose and moose are both plural and singular. So like lasagna is a plural singular. Or singular plural, however the fuck that is. So like the more lasagna that you add, it's still just lasagna.
Right, but I'm saying, is it more than one? Is it like multiple? Is it,
No,
what the fuck?
it's
am I
just
even
one
saying?
lasagna. If you take lasagna, put it on top of lasagna, it's lasagna.
That's a lasagna.
That's it.
So you can have like a 30-foot tall
Yeah.
one piece of lasagna.
Correct.
Fuck.
And if anybody disagrees with me, you're probably right. I'm not qualified to make
He's
these
so
assumptions.
passionate about it. He's like, but I could be wrong. I probably am wrong.
Most of the time, turns out I'm wrong. So if somebody wants to correct me on that, do it. I'm not going to believe you and I'm not going to accept it, but do it.
I'm so there, dude.
You okay, buddy?
I don't know why I burp more out of it. Must be the concentrated air, dude. Drinking out of a glass bottle,
concentrated air.
that shit's busting.
Did I ever tell you that like one of my friends from college, like you know the Crazy Frog Bros video?
What?
Like it's like the two kids like singing Crazy Frog like in their basement. That's one of my friends. The kid in like the black tank top.
The fuck?
Yeah, was like the president of my friend Griffin's like fraternity. So I like became friends with all of them. And
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's him.
That's wild.
And I didn't know it until like one day, like my friend Griffin was like, dude, you need to see this like Reddit post. And I was like, what? And he like sent it to me, and I like opened it up, and it was like the Crazy Frog Kids, where are they now? And they like found his like Facebook page.
Whoa.
And they're like, look at this. And they're like, dude, this kid's got like a hot ass girlfriend. And I was just like, the internet's fucking scary, dude.
That's terrifying.
And like,
man. How the fuck do they do that?
yeah, so I messaged him. I was like, dude, that's him. I was like, that's him. That's our guy. And he was like, yep, that's him. And he sold like he apparently like sold the rights to the video to like Jukin Media and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah,
Damn.
and so I was like,
Made a quick
dude, I was
bag.
like, that's so
dope.
sick.
That's dope, man.
He's like just like one of like an early meme.
Yeah.
Or an early ass meme.
Yeah.
Coming out of Columbus, Indiana.
That's
what a
dope
fucking
as
place.
fuck,
Man.
man.
I just thought that was
That's
so
hilarious.
weird shit like that, man.
I always love those tweets or those like, you know, Reddit posts or whatever that just like kind of bang a little bit, and then like you know that all of these companies reached out to this person who made the tweet, because under the tweet it'll be like, yo, I had shitty skin until I did this, and then it's like, get these galaxy lights for your room, and it's like, you fucking sell out, but good for you.
Yep.
Get the bag. Get the bag.
Dude, there was like one specific person, I can't remember. It was probably like last week. So I was like looking around on like Twitch to find like some like lower viewed streamers, just to be like, okay, like what are these people doing that are like a step above me? Like what can I be doing to kind of do that? So I was like finding them, and I found one, and she's really good, like just like a good streamer, and fucking like Dr. Lupo like raids her all the time.
Oh, what the fuck?
So like she
That's
goes
cool
from
as hell.
like 30 viewers to like 6,500, and then like maintains like 2,000 of them after
Yeah.
that raid. It's like so sick. And
Wow,
like
that's
so
insane.
I was like watching her, and I was like, this is interesting. So I like went to her socials, and she has like 200 followers and like all of her social media, and I was like,
Whoa.
this is wild. And so I went and like in further, it was like suggested like these people. So I was like, all right, let's look at the suggested. And I went to them, and one of these people is like, they have like 450 followers on Instagram, like 200 followers on Twitter, just like normal numbers for like a normal person.
Yeah.
And like all of their posts are like ads and like paid sponsorships and stuff. And I was like, how?
What are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, how do these people
is
have
seeing this?
Exactly. I was like, what is your reach? I was like, what's going on here? It was so
wild.
so strange, but I was just like, I guess it's possible.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Fuck yeah, that's cool as hell.
Yeah, but it was so strange, because I'm just like, these people are like selling out before they can even
Yeah.
be like called they sell
Yeah,
out.
I know, right?
And like, oh,
they
you just
sold
this
out
is
from
how
the
it
beginning.
is.
Well, that's kind of great though, because then people only know them as like, you know, sellouts, or just like,
Like,
they
oh,
didn't
they're
sell
just a
it.
marketing
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
Whatever.
exactly.
Cool.
So like, fuck it, I don't even care. That's pretty dope, honestly. Never being accused of selling out, because you've always sold out. Yeah,
You were just born into the market, baby.
exactly.
That's it.
You can only regress from there and be like, you know what? It's not about the money anymore. I'm passionate about that. And then people are like, yo, fucking respect
Yeah.
even more.
Yeah. You get the bag up front.
That's a
And then you
win-win.
invest that bag.
Yeah.
And then you leave this bag behind.
Win-win.
And everybody else is like, dude, fuck yeah,
They're
down
like,
with the system.
Yeah, fuck the man.
Fuck this
dude.
free market economy
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
I'm following you because you a real one. And then they're just like a normal fucking person. They're just like, hey guys, welcome to my apartment. Today I'm going to be making French toast for my kids. And it's
The
like a
frozen
vlog.
kind though, because I don't know how to make a real shit. It's
They're just,
Eggo.
it's just going and...
Speaking of Eggo, you can get.
Could you imagine how good of a transition that would have been?
so good.
Dude, let's reach out to Eggo and see if the sponsor is.
Oh, dude, please. Try their new double syrup flip flop pancakes in the frozen aisle at your local Kroger.
Or,
Use
What the fuck
code.
is-
Well, you can't really use a code at a checkout.
I mean, you could try that.
Digital coupon.
Yeah.
We'll have a digital coupon.
You can
take a
clip that
screenshot.
shit.
Clip it.
Put it on your fucking Ralph's app
Exactly.
or Kroger app, wherever you may be.
Yeah.
Marsh.
Albertsons, Marshalls.
Is Marsh a thing?
Marsh?
still?
No, I think they went out of business.
Oh, what
there was a
bummer, man.
bunch by my apartment in college. But
Yeah, I just remember the big one that was like right by Memorial Stadium.
yeah, that's the one that was right by my
Yeah.
apartment.
Okay. Yeah.
Eventually got shut down.
My brother lived like a block away from there.
No way.
Yeah, like for 3 years.
Did you live at Hoosier Court?
No, he had like a house.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So they were. I can't remember what the street was, but it was like literally he would just walk through like yards
Yeah,
and like
and
the
get to the
parking
marsh.
lot. Yeah,
That's
to
dope.
like go to like band practice and shit. And I was like,
Damn.
the fuck.
That's dope.
I just lived like the way that our university was set up, it was like one dorm here that like all the football players live in, and then directly behind it is like the football stadium and like our practice facility.
Makes sense.
And then across from it is like things that are owned by like the Purdue Research Foundation, which like is just a shell company for Purdue to buy more land. So because like they can only have like X amount of land, right?
Yeah.
So they have this thing that's like their foundation, and then they buy land with that.
Wow.
So like I lived on like an apartment complex that was that. So I was like on an intersection of a main street across from like the football stadium for like 2 years.
Yeah.
It was rough, but
it's like a high traffic area.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. But
That's wild.
Fucking Marsh.
I miss
Those
Marsh.
are places that people go to.
I know. Well, not anymore.
Well, yeah.
Not
They
anymore.
used to. Dude, I was thinking about like what would be like some cool sponsorships? I was like, because part of me like hates listening to like podcasts and YouTube videos now, because like most of like the content of like the video, if it's like a 10-minute video, like 2.5 minutes of that is like an ad.
Yeah.
So it's like kind
nuts.
of annoying and kind of obnoxious, but I'm also like, they gotta fucking support themselves,
Yeah,
so
that's
whatever.
true.
So I was like, what would be something that I would be like cool with?
Yeah.
Like if I was
That
sponsored by
not
something,
everyone's
I'd be
done.
like, yeah, I would want to talk about this because
Yeah.
it's like shit that I like.
What shit do you use all the time? I don't know.
Dude, and that's the thing. I was just like, the one that I would be like down for, first of all, this gives us like a big area of like things to do. But then I was like, trade coffee would be fun because like I could just use it all the time.
Exactly.
And then
That's
just
true.
say stuff about it. But dude, that was like, I was like, we could just like try different coffee every week, or well, I could, and then you could just like be sad about it.
I could be
hate
like,
coffee.
Smells
Yeah.
smells
Smells like coffee.
like coffee. I like
like
that
coffee.
bean. I just become a really good aroma connoisseur.
Yeah, can we like flick those beans though?
Oh shit, we flicking beans on the cam, on the pod,
On the can.
on the cam, on the recording. On
We're
the
just
video
gonna start an OnlyFans, and it's like us just like flicking food. People are like, we're like flicking
Come
the
see us
beans.
flick the bean on our OnlyFans.
Two boys flick their beans, and it's just
I'm like, damn, we're playing paper football with the beans. I'm sitting across the
You're like,
table.
yeah. That's like our whole live stream.
Oh, come watch me flick my own bean.
It's on like Chatterbait or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There's so many like cam sites.
There's so many.
So many cam sites.
Cam soda, Chatterbait.
Oh yeah, dude. There's a. Did you watch 90 Day Fiance at all?
This new one? No.
Just the show in general.
Oh yes. I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So apparently one of the people, I can't remember her name. She was dating like the dude named Colt. Her name's like Marissa.
Which one was Colt?
He was like the really kind of like 6'4", like pear-shaped guy with
Okay.
like the bad facial hair. Lives with his mom in Vegas.
Okay. Oh yes, the
Yeah.
Vegas guy. Yeah.
Colty.
Last season.
Yeah. So he, his like ex or whatever, like they basically kicked her off the show. Or like she lost her sponsorships or something like that because she did a Cam Soda video. And I was like, what?
That's wild. There's so many weird rules like on that shit, like, you know, making money from other sources while you're under like a contract for like another thing or some shit. Like sports obviously has that thing. What else? I was just reading about something. Some person lost. Fuck, I don't remember. But there's weird rules about that. It's crazy.
I mean, like non-compete agreements are also like kind of shitty, just like in general.
Yeah.
Because like, why?
Yeah.
Like like the whole point of us living in like a laissez-faire free market economy is so that we can like do all this shit and like have multiple forms. So they're just like, no, you can't do it. Like only we're allowed to get your work out of you. And it's like
so weird.
But like that's not what it said. I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah,
like
it's fucking dumb.
Yeah, because I think like my dad has one of those too. Like he technically
Really?
like if he were to leave his company, he's like not allowed to work in their field like directly for like 5 years. Yeah, it's insane.
It's like fucking like illegal. I mean, it's not, but it seems like it should be. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
No
like that.
way.
Yeah, dude, it's weird. Like you don't really see
wild.
them anymore because like we've kind of transitioned to like that kind of gig economy. But it's like those existed. Like they used to not let people work for competitors.
Right.
Because it was like, you know, poaching and stuff like that. But it's like you're just literally gonna stop somebody else from trying to do something else. Like just because you're
Just
like
because
no.
you're salty about it. 'Cause
Yeah,
it don't work for
exactly.
you anymore. Like fuck you.
That's a thing.
Find a new way to feed your family, bitch. I know you worked super hard getting this trade certificate, but I don't know.
But hey,
Try
go
something
fuck
else.
yourself, I guess.
Hey,
man.
minimum wage might be 15 soon, so go do something else.
It's already 15 in LA, but
Yeah.
hey, whatever. 14.25, something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
But like
That would suck.
yeah, imagine like dude, if you like lived off of minimum wage in LA, like exclusively, that would be so rough.
No way.
Like
Absolutely
having
cannot do
to
that.
having to do that would be so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like making $15 an hour, like you could absolutely support yourself on that in LA, I think. If you lived like
15?
well.
15 is that
Yeah.
minimum. Yeah. I think
like you could
there
do that.
definitely are ways for
Yeah,
sure.
like
There's plenty of assistance out
Absolutely.
there. Like
Roommates.
You could qualify. Yeah, roommates, and then like making that much, like you could absolutely qualify for like an EBT card.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's so many ways to like
totally,
make that
you totally
work.
could. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like if LA didn't set like a county minimum wage and like you were set with $7.25, imagine making $7.25
No way.
in LA.
15,000 a year? Absolutely not, dude.
No.
Dude,
There's
fuck
no
that.
way.
No,
There's
you can do that. You can do
no
that.
fucking way. Like I like looking
That's
at
not even gonna cover rent and like you
know.
literally like even with roommates like you could probably find something for under 1,000 with roommates, but
Yeah.
like, dude, that's almost 12 grand a year.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, dude.
75%,
That's insane.
80% of your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like like most of the people who like live. Well, I don't want to say most of the people that live here, but like a lot of the people that live here like live with that. Like they work off of like basically nothing. It's insane,
Yeah,
dude. It's
it's
crazy because like looking at it with like Megan and I, Megan makes like I think like 17 an hour at like the dispensary she works at, and like gets tips and stuff. But it's like if you look at how much money she makes a month, including like tips, like for half of our rent, because like we split our rent obviously.
Right.
Her rent payment is half of her income, and that's half of our rent.
That's high.
Yeah, it's insane, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like you kind of think about that and you're like, okay, cool. Like obviously like there's more affordable places in LA and things, but it's like
But
man, it's like few and far between to like make
really,
that work.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot of the shit that's going on right now. Like we're talking a lot of like trying to raise minimum wage and people being like, oh, well then my Taco Bell is going to be $15. And I was like, first of all, if you're gonna like spend that money on a Taco Bell order, like go fuck yourself.
Go to an actual taco
Yeah,
place
exactly.
for that much.
Exactly. And they're like, it's gonna like Chipotle is gonna be a sit down place. I'm like, I've eaten in so many goddamn Chipotles,
Yeah.
dude. Calm down. It
Yeah.
already is a sit down.
Yeah,
place.
it's a sit down place.
But it's just like, dude, blows
I don't know
my
why people
mind.
are mad. I don't know if it truly doesn't make any sense. You should make as much as me. Why?
It's just salt. Too. Like it's
Yeah.
literally just salt. They're like,
Yeah.
oh well, I suffered, so you should too. And it's just like, dude, that is like the wrong fucking mentality.
That's a horrible mentality. You're like,
Yeah.
I suffered, so I don't want anyone else to, because that sucked. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want anybody else to go through that because
wild.
I had to do it and it was rough. Like no one else should have to do that. And it's like, I don't know if it's like just because of like the old world where it was like, you know, they taught you that like, oh, you know, you could do whatever you want, like make whatever you want and be fine and like go on and do that kind of stuff. And
Right.
it's like whoever doesn't do that, like just isn't helping themselves, which is like such a fucking Reagan era thing.
It really is.
And so it's like, okay, cool. But also imagine how much better everything would be if the floor wasn't down here, if it
Yeah.
was like right here.
Yeah.
Because you literally take that and lift those people up. It just pushes everything else up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like these people having more money stimulates the economy because these people have more money. These are the people who are actually spending money. Like these people are just fucking like putting it into shell companies
Yeah.
and like
They're
Panama
moving it
companies
around.
and shit like
they
that.
They keep it within
Yeah.
their little ecosystem.
So yeah, moral of the story is don't be shitty about people making minimum wage. Those people that are flipping burgers, they're working fucking harder than you are.
That's a fact. I couldn't do it. No way. That's stressful as hell.
Flipping burgers. Fuck you guys. Jesus. Piece of shit. Let's get a little lighter topic up in here.
Let's get a little lighter. I found a really fun. This girl that I follow on Instagram is trying to rebrand herself into like I don't even know what she's trying to rebrand herself into, but like it's very funny. Not that there's anything wrong with
Okay.
these kinds of captions.
Here's a question. Are they a person and or thing that can be rebranded? Or is it just like
This
a
is just
fucking person?
This is like her personal Instagram. Like she's not like a influencer. She's not whatever. She just like
She is just a person.
she's just a person.
Okay.
And she's really trying like to get into like I don't know if it's like she's trying to be deeper or like fake deep or whatever it is. It's just coming off as very feep. It's coming off as very like trying too hard, disingenuous type shit.
I hate that,
bad.
dude.
She's writing all of her Instagram captions like Rupi Kaur when she, like 3 words and then like another line, 3 words. It's like Just
She's like writing a haiku for no
Yeah,
fucking reason.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
no one asked her to do that, but she's doing it.
Like, I mean, obviously, it's the whole point of Instagram is to highlight your life and whatever. But like, this is a caption. Recently, I took a yoga class, new line, where we were asked to hold ourselves, new line, in a difficult pose of our choosing.
Okay.
For a bit longer than normal. Having a weak ankle and tendonitis, I chose down dog, one that stretches the backs of the legs and elongates the back. Sometimes we forget how much confidence we carry in our spines, in our joints, and when something isn't working, I have to sneeze.
That's like part of the caption. I have to sneeze.
Achoo.
Please let this end.
Well then, we all have to focus on the healing. I feel weak. I thought, new line, I cannot keep holding on, new line, in this unsteadiness, new line, and yet, new line, and yet, new line, and yet, I am an Aries sun and a Pisces moon. There is a match inside me that is rushing and passionate and bursting with ideas, but consistency and devotion are the cool blues of the flame. Red in all its glory cannot exist.
Dude, this is so long.
This is the caption, homie.
Holy shit, it's like this long on like
Without
a cell phone.
oxygen breathing into it. Así que me quede. Feeling my skin. Like, just one line of Spanish. Feeling my skin.
Are they Spanish?
No.
What?
Feeling my skin. My skin. My skin. My breath. How many layers of skin you got?
Her putting like my skin is like me writing a fucking book report and like not having enough sentences. Just being
That's
like,
what it reads like. You gotta hit the word minimum on your shit.
Exactly.
You're like, I'll make it a little more
it's like,
poetic.
that's like the equivalent of like taking the periods and scaling them up
Yeah,
by like
I used to do that
putting
all
them
the
at like
time.
15 font. Everything else is at 12
I did
point.
that all the time, dude. Big brain fucking move right there.
Adding two spaces after a period, like a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, exactly. Like an old person who used to do it because of typewriters and shit.
Ugh.
Feeling my skin, my skin, my skin. My breath protecting the
My
river
back.
that flows inside me. My knees bent back, soft. These currents carried on underneath, reverberating the silence around me, where I am safe to be. And then the pictures of her just like doing yoga, like literally just
I was really hoping that it would get to a point where it was just like keeping the tension in my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. Just like I was really hoping for it to just like
That would have been
take
so
a fucking
funny
turn.
if it like
Oh yeah,
bait and switch type shit.
dude, I straight up might do that.
That would be so good, dude. Please do that. Please. That would be fucking hilarious. The caption is an entire screen length.
That was wild.
And all of her captions have been like that.
Yeah, I was like just sitting here, just like kind of listening, just like, okay, this is weird, and I was like, oh, it's just like still going. So I like opened my eyes and looked at the phone, and was just like, oh my god, dude,
That's all of her captions.
that's so.
And like,
strange.
hey, dope. If you want to,
Hey,
cool.
we need to
More
create
power
an
to you.
outlet.
But that shit's, it's funny. Like, it's funny. I'm sorry, but it's funny.
Yeah, I was like that. If you post something like that and somebody laughs at you or with you, I mean,
Yeah.
if you mean that like sincerely and somebody laughs at it, like yeah, that can sting, but it's also like that reads as a joke to me.
It does. Like, there's no way.
There's no way.
But I think it's like 100% serious.
if she was a poet, like if she was like straight up like I write poetry, I would have been like sick.
Totally.
Okay,
But
working
she's
that
not.
shit into it. But she's just a person.
She just randomly was like from one day to the next, I swear, her Instagram caption was like, normal Instagram caption, picture me, my friends.
How long do you think
And
she
then
spent on that?
Oh, God.
Like, do you think she had like a Google Doc,
Yeah.
like where she was like spell checking shit, and then she just
Probably.
like copied and pasted it?
She's like formatting it, and
you
then she had
post
to post it on Instagram, and then she had to format it on Instagram, and oh my God, she probably edited the caption like 6 times to make sure all the lines were.
She like
Where they
threw
need
it
to be.
up and then like caught a typo and then deleted it and then fixed it and then re-uploaded it.
I wonder if like
Dude, that's just.
I was
so
gonna say
wild.
if the first word in each line spells like "suck my dick" or something, but
that would have also been fucking
that would have been
hilarious.
really funny. But no, it spells whiff this woo woo.
Oh right, because she has the 3 like.
Yeah.
she does it as like a. She does it as like the like where she has the 3 lines and it
Yeah.
spells it like a URL.
Yeah.
It's like www. Period. Dot, and then it like says all these things.
Onlyfans.com /
whatever like her name is.
link in bio. Swipe up. to visit. Oh my god, that would be fucking hilarious, dude. Rupee Kaur with an OnlyFans.
Oh.
HTTP
colon slash www dot whatever.
Holy fuck, man.
The one where it's like the period or whatever, like it's just the word dot and then like the rest of the thing. So you're like, oh, okay, you have to like kind of read into it, like it's multi-tiered.
Oh, man.
Like you have to think about it.
W spelled out DOUBLEYOU. There's a duality. There's 6 of us. W times 3, U times 6. What does that mean? Slam poetry. Only fans. More like only mans. The male gaze is what we are just trying to get away from, and yet inherently trap ourselves in their arms. Thank you.
It's just a fucking Def Jam. It's that fucking scene from the Goofy movie.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of, dude. In that like underground club.
You got like a fucking soul patch, a beret, like the circle glasses that are like black.
Yeah.
You're like wearing a turtleneck for some fucking reason. Dude.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. That's so funny, man. That's so funny.
Dude, an absolute classic.
I love the Goofy movie. What a character, man.
Dude.
It really did our boy Goofy dirty, you know?
Which is
just
weird.
a caring father, and like they paint him like a fucking dumbass, and they never utilize his character in any of the other like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse shit.
No.
God
they bring in Donald all the time because he fucking sounds weird, I guess, which is like kind of offensive, but like whatever.
Kind of yo, is Mickey Mouse ableist? Leave a comment.
I mean, if you do think about it, like Pluto is a dog, but so is Goofy.
So is Goofy. That's what I'm saying. Like, why
Pluto is kept as a pet?
Yeah. Why? What's the difference? Do you think they see each other and they're like, yeah, that's fucked up.
He's like, but it's not my place to say anything.
Yo, I can't speak up because like I'm not a main character, but man, that's shit's fucked up what they did to you, Pluto.
He's like talking to Pluto, and Pluto's like sits up, he like has like a cup of coffee. He's like, yeah, dude, he just like pays me a shit ton of money for this.
It's ridiculous.
I'm his pet. It's a sex thing.
It is, but don't read too much into it. It's for the kids, but yeah, it's definitely
it's for the kids. It's a sex thing for the kids.
It's a sex thing, but it,
But it's fine.
Outwardly it's for the kids.
Yeah, dude, I saw like a photo that was just like, my pet really likes living in their cage under my bed, and it was like a green text on like 4chan, and then it was like a photo, and it was like bed, and then there's like a cage underneath it, and there was like a naked person? person underneath it, and they were like describing the person. I was like,
oh shit, I thought they were talking about a chinchilla or something.
I was like, I thought this was an animal. I was like, this is a human. That's fucking weird.
That's crazy.
It was wild. That's some weird
wild.
shit.
Damn.
Fuck.
That's like a whole like subsection of BDSM though. It's like the predator prey dynamic.
There's like a BDSM quiz that you can take that like gives you like your stats as to like what thing
your
you are.
Stats?
Yeah. It gives you like a percentage.
Stats, bro.
Yeah, it gives you like a percentage into like what your kink is.
No,
and like predator prey is one of them. And when I took it, I got that as a 0%.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm getting fucking chased.
I don't want to chase.
This is already enough work as it is. I don't want to like have to focus on anything else.
CEO of Tyson, I bet that's 100%. Yeah, what's up, my little chicken? Mistreat you and then sell you in grocery stores.
He has like a closet that's like chicken costumes. He like makes them. He like makes the people
like
wear
latex, like rubber. Yeah.
And they have to like run around, and he has to like catch them. He greases them up.
The chickens that scream when you squeeze them, so he like squeezes it. It's like,
oh my god, dude.
Oh no, dude, Tyson, my man. That's fucking. Yeah, Predator. That's
BDSM has like a lot of like wild subsects of it.
There's a lot.
There's so many, dude.
There,
and it's all kind of scary.
Yeah,
like I mean, good for you. Be into whatever you want to be, but to me, that's terrifying and it scares me.
Two vanilla boys over here.
Yeah,
it's kind of scary.
Boring as shit.
Yeah,
but it's fun, I guess.
Hey, it's like a pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody puts their own shit on it.
Put their own shit in it.
Yep. They cover it in like latex. Yeah. Could you imagine getting a pizza that was like shrink wrapped in a latex
gimp suit?
Yeah. It's got like a little
got a ball
mouth and
gag.
like eyes. Yeah. It's got a zipper over it, and you like get it. You're like, how do I eat this?
Holy shit.
You have to like unzip it and like.
Guy named Dominic makes a sandwich shop, calls it Dom's Subs. All the sandwiches are like BDSM themed.
Dude, that's really fucking
good
funny.
idea.
Actually,
It's a
that's
good
a
idea,
good
right?
idea. Don't steal that. I
Dom
swear
Subs.
to God, I will fight you, dude.
You
I
know, they
can't
make
do
like
that
the
anymore.
cherry tomato look like a ball gag or something. Like there's something there. Dominic, anyone named Dominic, if you're watching, I just want 25%. That's all I want.
Just like a finder's fee.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
it. That's it.
Just
I'll buy
buy
the
it.
URL for you right now.
Domsubs.com.
Domsubs.com.
People go to it and they're just like,
They're like,
oh, okay, cool.
it's like, okay,
Sandwiches.
$5 off your first purchase with Postmates.
They're like, I can Postmate a
I can
sub here? You like go and you're like picking it. You're like thinking that you're getting like a person and then food shows
You're
up.
like got your full like dominatrix
Yeah.
shit on, your like kinky boots and like your fucking whip, and the Postmate comes to the door and you're like, hey.
It's like
Hey.
it's like fucking like Tinder or like Grinder or
Yeah.
some shit, but like just for BDSM things. And like this dude gets onto it thinking that like, oh, this is that website. Orders it, and it's just like a
It's
sandwich.
just a sandwich. He's like, so
He was like, man, I can get a sub for $20.
that's so cheap, bro.
Fuck, man, their rates are so low.
Yeah, damn,
I would be
hell
charging
yeah.
out the ass for
Hell
this.
yeah.
And then it's like, he just has like a hoagie.
Yeah, he's like, well,
Just
might
fucks
as
the
well
sandwich.
here. Heat it up a little in the microwave.
Did you see that joke that was like, dude, this was a while ago, but they made like it was like the fleshlight that was a Subway sandwich. So it was
no.
like you like would cut it and you just fuck a sandwich.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
It was so funny. And I was like, there's no way this is real. The Four Loko was already
The Four
weird enough
Loko one
for
is
me.
so funny.
It's literally just a Four Loko can
With
and
a
then just like
fleshlight
a
inside of it.
fake vagina just shoved inside of it. It was so weird.
Oh
If you've
man.
ever wanted to fuck a Four Loko can, just like Four
haven't we
Loko
all?
fucks up you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck it back. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying,
exactly.
you know?
This is the retribution.
Take back the
you know?
power.
Exactly. You paid for it. Now it pays for you.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't really know if it's like paying you.
No,
I mean,
that's all right. You run it by the marketing team. I'm sure
Yeah.
that they can come up with something there.
I'll call him.
There's something
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I know Steve. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
guy. Yeah, tell him I said hi.
Yeah, he bought that new motorcycle recently.
Yes,
It's got like
dude.
a
The
French
Ducati?
bulldog.
Shit's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. He puts him
Yeah.
like in like a little fucking like side seat, but it's like
That's
not
cool.
a sidecar. It's weird.
Yeah. Nah. Steve's a cool guy. Eccentric, but cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
fuck with
like I wouldn't hang out with him for like more than like 2 hours. or
Yeah,
something.
no, it's-
you like
it
get
gets
lunch
weird.
with Steve and then you're
Yeah, he's a lunch guy, strictly. Not a dinner guy.
like, oh no.
There's
no.
implications with dinner.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not a dinner guy.
Yeah. And he gets drunk too fast. He
He's
just
so
gets a little
fast.
handsy. It's
Does
weird.
not know his limits. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit's
Just
wild.
trying to keep him at like arm's length.
Yeah, exactly. All right, fellas, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a relationship advice to round out the week. This one is called, and I quote, "My girlfriend threw up on my penis, and I think she's gonna break up with me." What a power move, dude!
Just hits the gag reflex. She just no. Here's the
We're
thing.
done.
Here's the thing. Too. Like she's just like going for it, and then just like looks him in the eyes like very angrily, and just just vomits all over it. Gets up and she's like, "Fuck you, we're done," and then
done.
leaves.
What a, he has to clean up his own puke. Holy shit!
Puke dick.
Puke dick.
Dude, that's
God,
dude.
what a
If
power
I
move,
was a 14-year-old boy in high school and like I knew somebody like that, I would absolutely call him puke dick.
100%. Are you kidding me? That shit
1,000,000%
sticks with you
that.
forever. Dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
lifelong nickname.
Yeah. You go back to the bars.
That's
in
like
your
the
hometown.
Caitlyn Bennett shitting herself.
Yeah.
Man. Like that doesn't. You never let it down.
You don't. You're just stuck with it. You
Yeah.
are puke dick for life.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ugh.
Exactly.
All right, let's hear about puke dick.
All right. I'm kind of freaking out. I don't want to lose her, and this is getting me really worried. We've been together for a year. The day before yesterday, my girlfriend and I were getting intimate, and she said she was going to try to deep throat me. This is something she's never done before. Okay, I'm a little bit above average when it comes to length.
Here's the thing.
This guy just
Here's the thing.
wrote it so he can.
Yeah, I was like, if you're a normal human being with an average sized penis, you can put the whole thing in your mouth.
100%.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I've never had problems with that.
You can fit it in your mouth usually?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
I mean, like I have to like bend a
I
lot.
have to
but,
go.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not bad.
But yeah,
Congrats.
I'm just saying, like, if this dude's like slightly above average, like she shouldn't have to work that hard.
Yeah, exactly. So, my girlfriend loves to brag about how she doesn't have one. A
Gag
penis? A gag reflex. What the hell? All right, got it.
Like, cool, man. Your girlfriend doesn't have a penis. Good for
I
her.
did.
She'd be better if she did have one.
She doesn't have one. She's never gagged from head before, and so I figured she'd be fine. However, when she tried...
Whenever somebody gives her head, she gags.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. All right. When she tried, she was obviously struggling. I wasn't like pushing her head down. I pretty much took my hands completely off of her. God, this is so graphic.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, this dude's going into like detail. On this.
She was snotty and slobbering, and I'm like, all right, bro.
First of all, why are you snotty? That doesn't sound like you're doing it right.
Oh my god.
Just trying to put it like in her nose.
This is not a Kleenex. All right, so she's trying to neti pot.
Like as soon as it just like busts, it just like moves through your sinuses and comes out the other nostril. Oh, that's disgusting,
Gross.
dude.
Ew.
Holy shit.
Ew.
We are 25-year-old
sorry,
men.
guys.
We are grown-ass adults, and here we are.
Anyways, it gets kind of graphic, and then she's like, less than 10 seconds later, she vomited on my dick. It was very shocking, and I kind of reacted badly. I jumped and yelled, "What the fuck?"
Okay, so wait, real quick. Was the experience 10 seconds long?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Or like, was there a build-up, and then she tried to do the deep throat?
I think
And
it's
then
that.
10 seconds after that, she threw
I
up.
assume it was that.
Okay. She just goes for the fucking deep throat, like right
She's
at the
like,
beginning.
all right,
Just like unhinges her jaw and just like
here we go.
snakes it in there.
Yoshi.
I swallowed my spit.
You gonna puke?
No, I just can't breathe.
All right. She
back.
was mortified. Every other word was sorry. She told me to get in the shower and she'd take care of my sheets. I got in the shower and that's a nice girlfriend.
Yeah.
I got in the shower 15 minutes later. I got out and she was gone and left me a note saying she went to buy me new sheets. She came back, gave me the sheets, and left. She won't answer my calls or texts since then. She hasn't posted on social media. I don't want to lose her over this. I'm just scared she'll be done with me because of this. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now there's an update. I think he just needs to, handle the situation a little better. I think he could apologize, be like, make her feel like she didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
First of all.
Like if that here's the thing. Sex is gross.
I was about to say.
It just is. It's
sounds
just
gross.
a gross thing.
Can't wait to
And so
experience
like
it.
you add this to it, like it gets a little grosser. But at the same time too, you love this person. You're probably going to see them throwing up way more in their life. Hopefully it's not on your dick, but I mean, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, if someone throws up on you while they are sucking your dick, yeah, I'd be a little like, whoa, what's going on? This is weird. Why is it warm? But like, like as soon as it gets to that point, then you're like, okay, hey, sorry, I was caught off guard.
Yeah.
That's not where vomit goes.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't mean to react in such a
Exactly.
negative way.
Easy.
I love you. Thanks so much for cleaning it and getting me new sheets. You've gone above and beyond. You did nothing wrong.
dude,
Boom.
easy
I'm
peasy.
sorry for my huge fucking hog. That's what I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's my fault, actually.
I'm sorry that I'm just
my
really
dick
good
is
at
so massive.
tickling the back of your throat. I'm sorry. That wasn't intentional.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm just
my bad,
so gifted. What can I say?
Well, the first thing I'd like to say is that she bought me sheets because I only had one pair of sheets. Blah, blah, blah. I did what a lot of people said. I got her some flowers and went to her apartment last night. Her roommate was home and let me in. My girlfriend was in her room in her bed. I told her I was sorry for reacting the way I did. All right,
Cool.
Good on him. I said I wasn't mad at her. I was just shocked. Told her she doesn't need to feel grossed out. Hey, look at that. A relationship advice that just like, hey, is resolved by talking to the partner.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? She couldn't take as much time. I said she could take as much time as she needed to, and I'd be there for her. She's pretty quiet, but she let me get in bed with her, and I just held on to her. I ordered some pizza. We ate and talked until she felt better. A lot of people were right on this. She was convinced I was going to dump her over this, and
Yeah.
her ego was bruised. I fucked up and told her not to feel bad because pretty much all the girls I've been with couldn't do what she tried. Oh my God. Why would you fuck it up like that, dude?
Cool, man.
Hey, babe, don't worry. My dick is big for everyone.
Everybody who's tried to do this also threw up on my dick.
Oh my God. All she heard was that someone else was able to deep throat me and then she felt bad about that. I told her I enjoyed what she did. She just needed to practice. This guy's fucking it up, dude.
He's just like, dude, he did so well in the beginning,
no.
and then was just like,
no.
let me fuck all this up.
He's like, I'm sorry, it's not your fault.
You just
Let me order
need to do
pizza.
it more. Like, why
You just
not
need to
right
fucking
now?
practice. What's wrong with you? You have an extra long uvula or something? You fucking freak.
You just gotta do. Just gotta practice. Like, we can set up a regimen like every night. Like,
A little bit of training.
Yeah, we'll
It's
just
fine.
go from
Use
there.
a cucumber next time, so it's not on me. We'll do it over the sink. It's fine. And then once you're down to like maybe puking once a
dude,
month,
could you even
good.
attempt to like deep throat a cucumber? Because it doesn't bend. Like, At least like a penis is like malleable a little bit, you know?
It's true.
So like trying to do that would like you just
Put it in the microwave for like a minute.
dude a fucking warm cucumber.
Kind of floppy and like really soft. Gross.
Oh my
Gross.
god, dude. Holy shit.
Anyways, that's it.
But yeah, dude. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Don't say the rest of that shit, but do like what they let in with.
Yeah. Just talk to your. Hey, has this ever happened to you? Talk it out.
Also, like the way that this dude was like, I'm afraid she's gonna break up with me. Like, why would she break up with you?
Yeah.
Like it was her like
She's
shit.
the one who clearly feels bad.
Right. Like that's a weird assumption to jump to. You know?
Super weird. Dude's probably like 18.
Yeah. Oh, like that's the thing the thing about these like relationship advice is like if they don't put the age on it, I immediately assume that you're like a teenager.
Yeah.
Because you just don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Exactly.
Because all of this shit is so easy. Like you just like,
so easy.
Cool. You made someone feel bad. Apologize to them. Talk it out. They don't have to forgive you. Whatever.
Exactly.
Move on.
That's it.
Vice versa. It's just the easiest shit in the world, man. Easiest shit in the world.
So funny.
We are the most unqualified people to like give this advice.
That's what I'm saying.
But
you heard it here first. Communication is key, baby.
easy as shit.
key.
Look at us.
Look at us.
We communicate.
We communicate all the time.
Yeah.
At least an hour at a time. Look at this. You
exactly.
get to see it.
We practice.
Practice in the mirror.
Yeah.
All the time.
I actually do have to do that like when I call people.
Oh, me too.
Like straight up have to like work out exactly what
same.
I'm gonna say. I have to think about like the forks of being like, okay, they could say this,
Dude.
I can respond with that. They could say this, I can respond with that.
Yep.
I gotta do that
Yep.
for
Make a
literally
decision
everything.
tree.
Yep. If I call something that I know I'm gonna get like an automated response thing, still have to psych myself up for it. It's the worst thing in the world.
Dude, phone calls are so weird.
They're awful.
It's so weird because it's like they don't fucking know who you are. They can't see you, whatever, but they freak me out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even still, like I hate being in public, but like I would much rather like go to somebody and be like, "Hi, this is my face. I am a human."
Yeah.
Like it's just easier. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wild.
That's how 2021 is starting, baby. We're gonna fix our phone call social anxiety.
Yes.
Maybe, and yeah, it'll be great. Be a great time.
Exactly. And we're going to take y'all along for the ride. And we appreciate you tuning in. And like we said, there might be some changes in the coming, weeks, months, whatever, as we get shit sorted, as I move in a little more. There's a space upstairs with a nice kitchen that we can rent, I think, for an hour at a time for free. And not for an hour at a time. We can just reserve it.
Sick.
So we might try the next one up there. Just we'll try a couple things, see what sticks, see what works out. But we appreciate your guys' flexibility, and we appreciate you guys listening and tuning in. And I hope the beginning of your 2021 has been wonderful, and I hope it only gets better from here.
Considering that we're starting at the absolute floor,
True.
hopefully it gets better.
There's really nowhere to go but up.
As long as you don't
brought a
break
big
like
drill.
the foundation.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that. I mean, that can like break. Like you can get like water in it.
That's true. I hope no water leaks into your foundation. Brian's gonna go throw up on a dick. We'll see you guys next time. Middle of the day, middle of the week. Peace.